a second day in the witness box. The accused killer cook was questioned on the ingredients of the lethal lunch, fake cancer claims, and how COVID lockdowns shaped her interest in wild mushrooms.
In the last 15 minutes of today's evidence in the mushroom murder trial, new revelations from the accused killer, Erin Pattison, accepting there were death cap mushrooms in the beef Wellingtons she prepared for 4 family members in 2023. Do you accept that there must have been death cap mushrooms in it? Yes, I do. Ms. Pattison also admitted she owned a dehydrator and had used it to preserve wild mushrooms after learning to forage fungi during the 2020 COVID lockdowns. When asked what she did with the mushrooms she picked in May 2023, the month of the fatal lunch, she said, "I took them home, cleaned them, sliced them. If I didn't think I wanted to use them that day, I would dry them and put them in the pantry." Later explaining, generally I would put them in a container I already had going with Woolies mushrooms, so I would just dry them and put them in a container. Telling the jury she remembered putting wild dehydrated mushrooms into a container that already contained other dried mushrooms a month or 2 before the lethal lunch. Jurors have previously been shown the accused killer's record of interview where she told police she'd never foraged for mushrooms and didn't own a dehydrator. Then, when asked, "Have you ever been diagnosed with ovarian cancer?" she replied, "I have not." And, "Have you ever had a needle biopsy on a lump on your elbow?" She answered, "I've never had a needle biopsy anywhere." The trial had earlier been told she'd been referred to a biopsy in a message to her mother-in-law, and she'd claimed a cancer diagnosis during the beef Wellington lunch. Today, Ms. Pattison described her relationship with each of the lunch guests, 3 of whom died in hospital following suspected death cap mushroom poisoning. Of her in-laws, Don and Gail, Ms. Pattison said she'd wanted her children to live near their Nana and Papa, fighting back tears as she explained that even after her marriage breakdown, she was just their daughter-in-law and they just continued to love her. She described the lunch's sole survivor, Ian Wilkinson, as a popular local pastor who everyone wanted to talk with, her voice shaking as she said his wife Heather would come and sit with her to make sure she had company at family gatherings. The defence showed Ms. Pattison emotive messages she'd sent friends complaining about her in-laws. She explained, "I was really hurt and I was really frustrated and felt a little bit desperate." In response to another message, she said, "I needed to vent, I needed to get my frustration off my chest, and the choice was either to go to the paddock and tell the sheep or vent to these women, but I regret the language that I used." Ms. Pattison said her mistrust of the medical system developed after